So here I will write case. The case statement is important in this section. Case when. So here we have to signify that when will it be yes and when will it be no. When the second item of uh, their favorite brand they sold, the second, so what is that? Like the user table and order table are connected. So we have to see that if they are, if that is a, if that is a if that is the second item they have bought or not. So to see that whether it is a second item or not, we need to consider the column order date. So that's why we need orders table in that also. Got it? So case orders table in that also. So case when, and the users table and orders table are connected by they're connected by users join date and favorite brand and order ID, order date, item ID, buyer ID, and then seller ID. I think they both are connected by using seller ID, right? So they're connected by seller ID. So I will write on O dot seller ID is equals to U dot user ID. Got it? So we now will see that it is the second item they bought or not. So how do we find the second item for each seller? So this is the seller ID column and this is the second item. So we can fetch it by using windowing functions also. Case when uh, how do we solve this question? When like the second item they like first we have to, for example, for the seller ID too, what is the second item they have brought? The second item they have bought is this on this date, one item ID one, and what is that item? I for that for this like for two we have two rows. For the first two the order date is first August, and the second one for the second two the order date is 4th August. So clearly this row will come in. This row is the second item they have brought, and that then for this we have to check the item ID. Here the item ID, because then only we get to know the item brand, and what and like from this item ID how do we get the item brand? Then we have to go to the items table, and here we need to check that for the item ID one, what is the item brand. So here we have seen that for item ID one, Samsung is the item brand. And and then we have to check that if the user ID of, so for fun, we have got the brand is Samsung, but but for the user ID one, their favorite brand is Lenovo. So in that case, the answer is also no. Got it? So this is in this way we need to show the output. So basically, after getting the second item ID, we have to go to the item tables also. So like let me think that how can I write the query for this case when o dot item ID case when o dot. So in this case, basically we need items table also. So I'll write join items as I on o dot item ID is equals to I dot item ID. Got it? So case when I dot item brand, in the case when I dot item brand is equals to U dot favorite brand. For a particular user, then only the answer would be no. Otherwise, it would be yes. Else, it would be no. As second item, favorite brand. But this I dot item brand, how do we get that item brand? This I dot item brand should be this should be the second one, right? How do we get this column I dot item brand? So here we have to write something. When I dot item brand in from orders table, from orders table as post I dot item brand is when I dot item brand in select I dot we have to do we have to select I dot item brand from items as I again from items as where this item ID should be the second item ID where this I dot item ID where I dot item ID in this should come from orders table select O dot item ID where O dot item ID in oh my god this is very long query still where O dot item ID in from I dot item ID and select item brand from items supplied where I dot item ID and select O dot item ID from orders as O where O dot item ID in from orders as O. So select we have from select here we have to I think I have from after from we have to write the window function from case when item the item run in select item or item from items at I where I dot item ID in select O dot item ID from select star comma dense rank dense rank over Partition by seller ID and order by order date. Well, partition by O dot seller ID O dot seller ID and order by O dot order date is ranking. Some orders is moved as tab. So with I dot item I service case when I dot item brand select I dot item brand from item is arrive with I dot item ID again select tab dot item ID from this tab where tab dot trends rank where tab dot ranking is equals to text. So from this we will get the second second item. So here from this we will can get the second item ID of the for each second item ID. From this we will get the second brand of the item bought by the user. So we have to do this for each user. Yes, right. So this is not enough. I need to write one condition also, I think. Okay. So here syntax error is also present. Yeah. And as what should be the column name? Second item favorite brand. Second item favorite brand. To make this query a little bit clean from select items as I dot item run from I dot item ID select tab dot item ID from this as tab where tab dot ranking I dot item ID select tab dot item ID from partition by seller ID and order by O dot order date as ranking from orders as moved as tab. Got it. So where tab dot ranking is equals to, so that's how we will get the item ID. That's how we will get the I dot item brand is equals to U dot favorite brand. And then the answer will be yes. So don't we need to write one or one where condition also? When item dot is run where O dot seller ID. I think here we need to write where O dot seller ID is equals to U dot user ID. Because for each user we want to do this, right? Now it will be correct. Here it is saying that it is wrong. That ranking condition I need to write it is saying. Just copy this because, like, while determining the second order, we have to do this because we have to do it for each and every order. And mu dot cell ID is equals to u dot array ID and tab dot seller ID because and tab dot seller ID is equals to u dot user ID. It is right. What we have to do? Return this by order by from users as you order should be. Here we don't need this kind of left join and right join, I think, because we are already considering these table, right? Because we have to starting we have considered item table. So this is the combination of sub queries basically. So here we don't need these things also. We just need order by one. Let me hit the submit button now. Now it should be correct. Unknown column I dot item brand. In where I case when I dot item brand. So item brand column it is saying. So let's consider item table only. On left join item brand left join items table on. So since the user and item table are connected by nothing, so that's why we need those joiners. Okay, let me just skip them also. When I just need to write order by one. So basically, like whatever column we are writing after when, this should be present in the table also. That's why we need this sorter joins also. Now let me just hit the submit button to find the output. And in the final ranking statement, we have written that tab. Now also it is not matching. Why? I have given ranking also, right? Why is it not right then? Because of the row number function, we get it because of the distinct user ID we have to show. Because we have used here I have to write, I think the state. But if rank answering function is don't need distinct, what is the error here? Can anybody tell me what is the error here? Let me just try it. But I don't think so that row number function will make any difference here. Would be the same, I think. Right, I don't know what is the problem going on here. I don't know what is the problem here. Let me just ask GPT about this. What is the problem in this case? First, let me try with roll number. Otherwise, I will ask on the GPT. No, then also my answer is wrong. Let me ask GPT that what is the issue with this query? Because I think this is right. I don't know what is the issue with this. just copy the content from here. I think, yeah, I don't know. We've been doing function like this. Don't need distinct doors. Just copy it from here. User order item directly with second has timestamp as. So what have they done? Because it's running user entered item directly, which multiplies both for sellers who have multiple fields. The logic for second item so should be isolated first, then joined by to the so only you so you only have one row per user. Got it? Because you're joining them directly. That's the problem it is saying. Okay. Yeah, I can write the reverse also, right? Because here u dot user ID and here we are equating this by u dot favorite brand. So that's why it is multiplying. So because u dot is I can write yeah, I can write this here. Like I can interchange this. So when otherwise I have to make the CT because it can multiply. It is same now. Which multiply who have multiple sales, the logic for second item. Yeah. We should reduce this complexity of this. We can reduce case when u dot favorite brand is equals to in select I dot item brand. Yes. From is equals to this should come as single. I dot item brand from items as I. Yeah. And then after this I have to write then we don't need those tables. Got it? Then I don't need here left join, right join. This will take all the rows here. Then I need to click submit button here. I think now it will be the right output. Yes, now it is right. It was just one little mistake. I have made this query complex. I have to write just one u dot favorite brand in the first. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching the video, and please do remember to not make the solution too complex like me, like what I have did. So yeah, please keep watching the videos and keep learning. And please do hit the like button, share the video as much as possible, and please do subscribe to my channel. Thanks.